Let's talk about something spooky. We have Chandelure here, very spooky. Chandelure likes to burn souls, that's a terrifying concept. It like hypnotizes you too. Very terrifying. But to see something truly terrifying, we need to start with a little game of spot the difference. Spot the difference between these two here. Well, if you may have noticed, I didn't give you much time to solve it, but if you look at the abilities, there's a difference. Chandelure had an ability called Shadow Tag, and then it doesn't. It instead has an ability called Infiltrator. And if you look here at the bottom, when I try to use Chandelure in its home generation Gen 5, Shadow Tag is listed, but crossed out. What is this? Very spooky concept. It's Halloween, and even I'm scared. Well, here is why Chandelure didn't get Shadow Tag. Shadow Tag is an incredibly overpowered ability that they give to very few Pokemon. And most of the Pokemon they do give it to are like Wobbuffet and Gothitelle here. Very flawed in many different ways, terrible typing in Pure Psychic, and they have awful move pools, while Wobbuffet does. Gothitelle's moveset is fine, and even Gothitelle having a fine moveset, let it be a train wreck in the tiers where it was allowed to use Shadow Tag. Now, what makes Shadow Tag so good? I have the description right here, dummy. It prevents the opponent from switching out. And in a game like Pokemon, the best move you have is Switch, because you always want to switch to whoever has the better matchup. Well, you don't always want to do that, but, like, hypothetically. And turning that off is incredibly powerful. It lets you trap Pokemon and decide the pace of the match. That's why they have given it to mostly pretty bad Pokemon. Now, Mega Gengar is a travesty of game balance and is very overpowered, and I love him for it, but he's a totally different topic. Now, we almost got Chandelure with Shadow Tag, and that idea is terrifying. A Pokemon that has good coverage and actually good stats with this ability, and it actually has a dual typing, and it's an actual ghost type. Can I just mention, it's called Shadow Tag, but it's mostly psychic types that have gotten it historically. Maybe it has a different Japanese name, I don't know. But either way, with Shadow Tag, if Chandelure did get it, and I was allowed to use it, it would be a nightmare. It would be a travesty on the whole tier. Because guess what? Chandelure has very strong moves, and as we saw at the beginning here, look at its stats. Its speed, little iffy. Special attack though, nuke. Love it. Gonna be bombing people with that fire and ghost type, and that 145 special attack. I'd probably slap the choice scarf on it, because 80 speed is kind of slow. We want that to get a little faster, and with Shadow Tag and a diverse move pool, you can probably do even an even better move pool than this. There's plenty of things you could do. You could do a little trick the choice scarf gimmick to destroy any setup sweepers. But if I'm just going for pure coverage and trapping a ton of different Pokemon, I would just go for attacks, and I'd start trapping some stuff. I was going to put every Pokemon in this home generation that it could be a great trap for, but spoiler alert, it's like 2/3 of it. It traps like everything. This thing would have been a travesty if they let it have Shadow Tag, which was going to be its hidden ability. It was programmed into the game. They never released it, and then its hidden ability was changed the generation after. So we sadly never got our Shadow Tag Chandelure. So yeah, it would be a nightmare for Black and White OU. It would get banned to Black and White Ubers. It'd probably get it would be a pretty iffy in Black and White Ubers. I don't know what they would do with it. That would be pretty interesting, at least. But yeah, with Fire and Ghost as stab types, it'd be destroying everybody here. I would actually maybe even put Overheat over Flamethrower most of the time, because it would be better for finishing off weakened Landuruses and just weakened Pokemon in general, with just Spikes and Stealth Rock and whatnot. Some of the Pokemon Chandelure doesn't normally one-shot. Overheat can get to it after just some hazard chip. But either way, Alakazam, genius, very fast, strong Pokemon. It's going to get outsped with the Choice Scarf, and Alakazam's never run Choice Scarf themselves. So you can Shadow Baller, as long as it doesn't have the Focus Sash. You're good. Breloom is just a slaughter. It just kills Breloom. It just kills Celebi. One of my favorite things is that even though Gastrodon is a water ground type, should be hypothetically a counter to Chandelure. It is a water ground type that is tanky. You should beat Chandelure. But no, Chandelure is going to trap you, and Chandelure has Energy Ball's coverage. Boom, 4 times effective grass move. Gastrodon destroyed. Weakness used up. You could even probably put Hidden Power over Psychic or something if you want to do like Hidden Power Ice to trap some ground types and whatnot. I don't know what it would actually kill with that, because Hidden Power is a bit iffy. It is very weak after all. It's only 60 damage. But I think the crown jewel of what Chandelure traps is Latios over here. If you don't know about Latios, at least in Gen 5, the peak of dragons being overpowered, Latios was running a train everywhere. And Chandelure would murder Latios. It would use Shadow Tag, use his ability Shadow Tag to trap him in, and then with a nice little Choice Scarf, boom, Shadow Ball. Then you'd see a bunch of Latioses running Choice Scarf to deal with your Chandelure, and then it's a much crappier Latios because it's no longer killing anything. It's missing all its damage ranges. So Chandelure would be putting in work no matter what. I think they should have just let it have Shadow Tag. I like chaos. I like the spooky idea of Chandelure running around trapping your Pokemon and just finishing them off, burning their souls. I think it was in the design of this Pokemon. They intended it for it to initially get Shadow Tag, and I think they should have just stuck with it, because this Pokemon's cool, people like it, and it's supposed to be powerful, but it's kind of fallen behind with that awful speed stat. So give it the niche of trapping things. It would be so beautiful. No longer would Chandelure be second to that stupid clown Blacephalon, which is a Pokemon that's a fire ghost type that they introduced 2 gens later that is just way better in everywhere. It totally replaced Chandelure. Bring Chandelure back with Shadow Tag. Even in the modern day, it would totally be a nightmare. You'd have Chandelure's overheating Great Tusk all over the place. But you know what? I want that. I don't know if it's the Halloween in me, but I'm kind of rooting for the ghost. The soul burning specter. I want Chandelure to come back with Shadow Tag. And also, did you guys like the gifts that I put around? I like that one a lot. I also like the spinning Chandelure right there. Chandelure had some good ones. It was not hard to find good Chandelure gifts, just to spiff up the presentation, I guess. This presentation wasn't much. It's definitely one of my quicker ones, but you know, it happens. I got Halloweening to do. But yeah, I would like if Chandelure actually got to keep Shadow Tag and we could have seen what kind of travesty that would have been. Because worst case scenario, they just go, okay, Shadow Tag's banned, which they already did. And then you go, oh, okay, well, the Shadow Tag's banned, so this isn't a problem anymore. And we could have seen for just the few months or whatever that Shadow Tag would have been legal, the absolute nightmare it would have been. I like dealing with crazy, broken, tricky Pokemon. And worst case scenario, you ban them to a higher tier. You do it. It's kind of fun to see stories of regular Pokemon getting banned to the tier with all the cover art legendaries. I love when that happens. It doesn't happen often. Happened to Blaziken this generation. And it would have happened to Chandelure if it got Shadow Tag. Absolutely. They would have either banned Shadow Tag or banned Chandelure. And honestly, for a little bit, they probably would have banned Chandelure because Wobbuffet and Gothitelle, at least for a while, people hadn't realized that they are good. People thought they were kind of washed up in Gen 5. Although Gothitelle's actually pretty overpowered. Well, either way, I quite like Chandelure. Hope you enjoy my little Halloween spooky ghost rant. I quite like this Chandelure guy. Anyways, if you want me to keep talking, I guess, give a good old like and subscribe. Boo bye.